Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Harold Games, and welcome to my Capital One Bowl Mania special. If you don't know what this Bowl Mania thing is, it's basically where you pick who you think is going to win a bowl game, and if I'm assuming if you get all of them correct, then you have a chance to win $1 million. You can play in three different game modes. It looks like I believe I did this last year. I can't remember. But you could play standard, which is what I'm going to be doing. But every correct pick is worth 10 points. Spread, I'm assuming that's like a bet type of thing where you pick who wins the spread. I guess I'm not a bettor, so I don't know much about that. And then confidence, next level pick 'em. Rank your picks and earn more points for higher confidence selections. So that I'm assuming what that means is you pick something, and if you like rank, I'm very confident in that one, you probably rank that one the highest. But for today, and I'm going to be doing standard. Now, before I get going, I want to thank everyone who has sent me heartwarming messages about my situation. For those of you that don't know, my grandpa did pass away last Friday, so I've been kind of up and down in terms of energy levels, and I just wanted to say that I'm going to be attending his wake, funeral, and burial later on this week. But I have enough confidence, and I'm feeling a little bit better now to record a video like this. Normal content such as my Panthers and Washington Wizards will not be coming until after I would say after Tuesday next week. It will come after Tuesday next week. I have a lot of stuff that I have to work on in terms of work projects and stuff like that. So not quite there for no other uploads, but I have enough time to sit down for 30 minutes or so to pick 43 bowl games. But here we go. Let's just start going. Here we go. So all the bowl games should be listed now. It would be pretty stupid to have not all the bowl games listed. I'm just going to make sure everything is listed down here. I believe that's all the bowl games. And you could always change them, it looks like, from a scroll through. But here we go. First bowl game is between Georgia Southern and Ohio Bobcats. I believe I did. I believe I did go through this. I'm not really going to focus much on stats. It's just more of like a who can I pick. So let's see here. Yeah, 1 million for a perfect score. Highly doubt I'm going to get a perfect score. But Ohio versus Georgia Southern. Ohio, Maction versus Georgia Southern. I'm assuming they are more of a run type of team. I'm assuming both teams play a lot of the run. Oh my gosh, can't think. They have more of an option type style offense, I feel like, for at least Georgia Southern does. But the Myrtle Beach Bowl, I'm gonna go with the odd number. I'm gonna go with Georgia Southern as my first pick. The Cricket Celebration Bowl. Well, that's a wild name. Florida A&M Rattlers versus the Howard Bison. I believe this looks like a HBCU game, I think. I'm going to go with Florida A&M, the Rattlers. Now, R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Louisiana Raging Cajuns versus Jacksonville State, the Gamecocks. I'm going with the Gamecocks. I like their name. I like who they are and stuff like that. And they deserve to be in a bowl game. Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl. Appalachian State versus Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio shocked Toledo, winning the MAC Conference Championship. And then you have App State, who, in my opinion, plays pretty well. So I'm going to go with App State over Miami of Ohio. There's later New Mexico Bowl, and Fresno State versus New Mexico State. I'm going to go with New Mexico State for that one. I like their style and stuff like that. The Starco Brands LA Bowl, Boise State versus UCLA. I'm going to go with UCLA, even though Boise State has one more win. Um, home field advantage, I feel like, for UCLA. Noridian Technologies Independence Bowl. Cal versus Texas Tech. Both teams 6-6. Texas Tech, I'm assuming because of their name, they're supposed to be better, but I'm going to go with the Golden Bears for that one. Famous Toasteria Bowl. Old Dominion versus Western Kentucky. I'm going to go with Western Kentucky for this one. Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. Marshall versus the Roadrunners. Texas San Antonio. This is an interesting one. Who should I pick? Let's go with Marshall for that one. The RoofClaim.com Boca Raton Bowl. These are weird. These are weird names. A lot of these names I haven't heard of before, or I did last year. I just don't remember. Syracuse versus USF. I'm gonna go with USF. I almost went there for school, so I'm gonna pick them. Union Horn Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. UCF Knights versus Georgia Tech. Wonder if Mario Cristobal and Miami weren't dumb if Georgia Tech would have made a bowl game, because they're 6-6. They won that game because Mario Cristobal was an absolute idiot. Anyway, I'm gonna go with them because of that. The Camellia Bowl, Northern Illinois versus Arkansas State. So Arkansas State. Hold on, I want to see. Were they the ones that got blown out? It was Oklahoma. Their coaches crying. Yeah, they were. Kind of crazy how they got blown out in their first 2 games of the season badly, and then they come on, they win the next 3 in a row, and then they lose the next. So they're. How are they 6-6? Let's see here: 0-1, 0-2, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, 3-4, 4-4, 5-4, 5-5, 6-5, 6-6. Northern Illinois is a pretty good team. I'm going to pick Northern Illinois. That's kind of cool how their coach got smoked by Oklahoma and he was crying and they still made a bowl game. 76 Birmingham Bowl, Duke versus Troy. Troy is 11-2. I'm going to go with Duke, though, for that one. Not because of their name. I just feel like this could be an upset type bowl game. I'm going to pick the Dukes. I don't care. I love their story. They deserve to be in the game, and it's a good thing that they're in it. That they're in the bowl game. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl. For once, we're seeing a team that's not from Boise, and it's not Boise State playing in the Idaho Potato Bowl. Utah State versus Georgia State. I'm going to go with Georgia State for that one. Just a feeling. 68 Ventures Bowl. Eastern Michigan versus South Alabama. You got USA versus ESE or ESM. Let's see here. Holy cow. You bet 100, you win $550. I believe that's correct. You need to bet 800 to win 100. I think. I don't know what betting is, what the betting works for that exactly. So ignore my stupidity at times. But I'm gonna go with South Alabama. Northwestern is my pick. Holy cow, 7% only picked them. Wow. You just wait and see what happens. Just wait. Shocked Utah last time you played them. Easy Post Hawaii Bowl, San Jose State versus Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. San Jose State. San Jose State is favored I'm assuming this is according to ESPN. Coastal Carolina's an underdog. I'm assuming this is in terms of the spread. Maybe. I really don't like using that. Need the same thing with the percentage picked. I don't really like using that. Let's see here. Hawaii Bowl. Coastal Carolina is going to have a long flight. San Jose State is not going to have a long flight, so I'm going to go San Jose State. Logistics. Quick Lane Bowl, Minnesota, the only 5-7 team that I got in to a bowl game. They're playing against Bowling Green. Bowling Green is not the favorite, which is funny. I'm still going to pick them, though. Serpro First Responder Bowl, Rice versus Texas State. Texas State had a really good program. Rice, JT Daniels, I believe, he retired. He had a medical retire because of concussions. I'm going to go with Texas State, though. I believe their coach and Deion Sanders had the most amount of transfers, I believe. He had like 93 and Deion had like 89 or something like that. Guaranteed Rate Bowl, UNLV Rebels versus Kansas Jayhawks. Again, this is probably by name. I'm going to go with UNLV, that one. Tulane were not favored against Virginia Tech in the Military Bowl presented by GoBowling.com. I'm going to go with Tulane. The Duke's Mayo Bowl. No, I don't know if Drake May's playing. I'm assuming he's not because he's going to be getting drafted this year against West Virginia, who are the favorites. That probably means that Drake May is not playing. But I'm still going to pick West Virginia. The DirecTV Holiday Bowl. USC, I know Caleb Williams is not playing. And then Louisville Cardinals are top offense. They got hurt by Florida State, which that's another topic for another day. Very disappointed that Florida State did not make the playoffs. And I have a lot to say, but that'll be coming in another video. Should I make one? Because I do have a lot to say about the committee's decision. But I am going to pick Louisville. USC is not going to have Caleb Williams. He's sitting out. He's probably getting ready for the draft. Even though he's not officially declared yet, I'm assuming he's going to be declared soon. Oklahoma State, they got throttled in the Big 12 championship against Texas A&M in a Tax Act Texas Bowl. I'm going to go with Texas A&M for that one. I believe his last name is Ollie for Oklahoma State. They're running their halfback. I believe he is one of their best players or the best player on offense. Can't remember. I have not watched that much college football this year, besides some Northwestern games. The Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Assuming it's going to be at Fenway Park. Boston College versus SMU. I'm going to go with SMU. Southern Methodist. Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. What a name. So it's going to be in Yankee Stadium. Miami against Rutgers. Rutgers did beat Northwestern. Miami has Mario Cristobal. So I'm going to go with Rutgers on that one. The Pop-Tarts Bowl. Amazing how they're going to have an edible mask, which is going to be a little weird for post-game over wins. Kansas State versus NC State. The Wolfpack versus the Wildcats. In my opinion, the Wolfpack would destroy a Wildcat, so I'm going to go with the Wolfpack. Valero Alamo Bowl, Oklahoma. Now, Dylan Gabriel did enter the transfer portal. I don't know if he is going to be playing for Oklahoma. If not, that'll probably hurt them. Against Arizona, which I did not realize they were number 14 in the polls for being 9-3. Wow. Let's take a look at Arizona. I got time. Arizona's record. Just want to see who they beat to get him at number 14. Okay, throttled Northern Arizona. That doesn't count. They lost to Mississippi State. They beat UTEP. They barely beat Stanford. Okay, so they lost by 7 to Washington. They barely lost to USC. They creamed Washington State. They beat Oregon State, which I'm assuming this is the game that got them ranked. Then they beat UCLA, Colorado by 3, Utah. Utah did not play that well this year, and then they throttled Arizona State. Really don't see how they got to number 14. They won their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row, which means they started 3-3. 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, 3-3. I could see number 20 or 21. I don't see them as the number 14 team in the country, though. I'm going to go with Oklahoma. Just my opinion. Again, I don't know which teams were ranked. UCLA, I don't think UCLA is ranked, but Oregon State was most likely ranked. So I get the close losses might help them, but I don't see them. No, I mean, okay. Here's the thing that I will say. If you look at their losses, they lost by 7, and by 2. So they were 16 points away from going 12-0. So you know what? I'll give them credit for that. Still, I don't think close losses should really be deserving of a high ranking. That's just my opinion. Clemson versus Kentucky. Clemson is definitely playing well. Kentucky beat Louisville. I believe it was Louisville. I'm going to go with Clemson, Dabo Swinney. Notre Dame versus Oregon State in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. I'm not going to try and pronounce Oregon State's quarterback. It's DJ something. I've heard it pronounced ukulele or ungalegally. I've also heard the announcers absolutely destroy his name. I'm assuming Sam Hartman's playing, so that's why I'm going to pick Notre Dame. AutoZone. We covered Notre Dame's some favored minus 500. Jeez. AutoZone Liberty Bowl. Iowa State versus Memphis. The Tigers versus the Cyclones. I'm going to go with Memphis. There we go. We get to some of the good bowl games in terms of rankings. Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Kyle McCord entered the transfer portal just today. Probably helps Ohio State, actually, depending on who their backup quarterback is, and if Kyle McCord is playing in this game. I don't know anything about Mizzou. I don't, but they are favored. Ohio State, though, they have Ryan Day. I feel like Ohio State can do the job. I don't think Marvin Harrison is going to be playing. That'd be pretty cool. We can actually look this up. Marvin Harrison bowl game. I probably should have put Junior down. I don't know. I'm still going to pick Ohio State for that one. Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Very shocked this game is before New Year's. Penn State versus Ole Miss. I'm going to be going with Ole Miss for this game. The Trans-Perfect Music City Bowl. Maryland versus Auburn. Just based on the fact that Auburn hung with Alabama and only lost because of a fluke play, which I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. This game, I don't even know neither of these teams really want to play this game, I feel like. The Orange Bowl. In my opinion, Florida State should accept the bowl game and then not take the field. Same with Georgia. That's just my opinion. I know fans who would want to watch this game and be absolutely screwed, but it's basically going to be a second and third string game. I mean, guys on Florida State are going to be sitting out. Jordan Travis has his injury, of course. Georgia Bulldogs, I guarantee you, the almost. I mean, Brock Bowers is going to be sitting out most likely. He played with an injury, and then Carson Beck will probably play because I believe their backup quarterback is transferring out now. Langriff, I believe his name. I can't remember his last name. But I don't. If these two teams play, I feel like Georgia will win. But that's if these two teams play. The Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. I hate sponsors from Barstool. Worst sports Twitter account ever. Toledo lost their ranking because they lost in the MAC championship game versus Wyoming. Wyoming got quite a bit of hype early on in the season to go 8-4, which I'm assuming is a pretty good record for them. I'm gonna go with Toledo though. MAC all the way. ReliaQuest Bowl. LSU versus Wisconsin. I do not know how Wisconsin got this matchup. I don't. For a 7-5 team, very shocked they got this matchup, and LSU as potential Heisman favorite, Jaden Daniels, I believe, or not, maybe not a Heisman favorite, but a Heisman candidate. VRBO Festival, Oregon versus Liberty. This is also a wild bowl game pick. I feel like it should have been like LSU versus Oregon and Liberty play against Wisconsin if that's the case. But I'm going to go with the underdogs, Liberty. Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. I don't know how many times how bad Tennessee is in terms of their offense. I just know Iowa is punts all day, and I'm sorry, Iowa, but I'm going to go with Tennessee. But it would be hilarious to see Iowa win this game. College football playoff semifinal, Rose Bowl game. Number 1 versus number 4. In my opinion, this is probably Alabama's year. And if Nick Saban does win a national championship, I feel like he would win Coach of the Year award, National Coach of the Year award. Just because, in my opinion, it should go to David Braun. I know I'm a Northwestern fan, but I feel like Nick Saban will definitely be in the conversation and probably win it. Should the Tide, even if the Tide only beat Michigan and lose in a national championship, I feel like he could be in contention for a national. He is probably the favorite for National Coach of the Year, and I am going to pick Alabama. I don't think Michigan is going to be able to get it done. Just my opinion. Maybe with Blake Corum being healthy, they get it done. I just don't think they're going to get it done this year. If Florida State was in there, I would say it would be a very close game, probably overtime, even without Jordan Travis. That's how good the defense is for Florida State. Semifinal of the Sugar Bowl, Washington versus Texas. Michael Penix versus Quinn Ewers. I don't know. I don't know who would win this game. This is alert. So I have Alabama going to the national championship. I feel like the committee wants it so hard to beat Alabama versus Texas to get a rematch of what they played earlier. But I feel like Michael Penix in Washington is going to get that job done. So I feel like it's going to be Alabama versus Washington in the national championship game. It is going to be defensive battle early, high offense later on. I feel, like I said, I think Alabama is going to win the national championship. I have this feeling that Alabama is going to get it done. I have this feeling. Now, in terms of the score, How many points? If you base it off of last year, 72. I mean, there could be a lot of points. I'm going to play it safe, though. I'm going to put 66. Why 66? Some team will most likely score over 30 points. Another team will probably only score 20 points. I feel like 66 is a safe bet. Maybe 40 to 20. I feel like 66 is a safe bet. But here are all my picks. I'm just going to slowly scroll through all of them again if you want to pause the video and you didn't want to watch me speak on why I picked each team. I'm just going to scroll through the video so you can set it down, set your speed down, and just if you have any objections to my picks, let them know in the comments. I most likely won't be reading comments for a while due to my situation. But yeah, that's might as well see my picks. I will worry about this off camera. But yeah, thank you guys for watching my ESPN Capital One Bowl Mania picks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.